The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Kevin Hinks, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow down 225, Nasdaq's off 96, S&Ps are down 33. Gold caught a bid. That's up 14.80 at 11.06. We had silver up 13 cents, $14.11. Oil market's in trouble, folks. You're down 62 cents. You're at 33.34. Bond market, you get the 10 up 2 ticks, 30 up 3 ticks, and good old King Dollar down 501 ticks at 98.76. And folks, don't forget, every trading day at TFNN, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we kick you off at 8 o'clock in the morning. John Logan kicks you off. Tuesday, Thursday, Nico and Paige kick you off 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 at night. Every trading day, kicking off 2016, we got our man Kevin Hinks. TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, noon. Right across the world, folks. You get it right on your web.
Swim lessons, right?
Swim lessons. Thank you. Right on your cell phone at tfnn.mobi or tfnn.com. Kevin Hinks, we got some action. How you doing, Kevin?
Maybe the market took him up too. Almost anything's possible today, right?
That's our.
John Logan was flying around. Everyone's flying around this morning. Whether it's, Nico and Paige had a little technical difficulty at 7 a.m. You know, things are rocking and rolling.
Things are rocking.
I was texting you by 5 a.m., right?
I know, man. It was impressive. There's no doubt.
Totally.
Kevin Hinks, what's happening, brother?
Can you hear me now, guys?
Yes,
Gotcha.
sir.
Oh, great. Good morning, Tom and Tommy. How you
Good
doing?
morning.
We're doing great, man. You know,
It's a little bumpy out there.
Oh, it's a little bit. It's a little bit less bumpy than it was at 5 in the morning, though, you know?
You know what? I think you're absolutely right. I think China just came out and suspended their circuit breakers. Did you guys see that?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, they just came out in the last 15 minutes. They're suspending that circuit breaker. I don't know what that'll do.
I was just going to say, what
does
does
that
that?
put a bid under this market?
Yeah, what does that mean for tomorrow, right, or tonight? Yeah.
Right.
The market's so deviant. That is going to be intense. Because last night, folks, it took 29 minutes to hit 7%.
And some of those 29 minutes weren't even trading because it had to go from the first circuit breaker to the second.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it took 1 minute to get from 5% to 7%.
Which is basically. Yeah.
You know, Kevin, I had just said to Tommy, right? And folks, if you were out there trading last night, so you know this. What happened is that, it goes down 7%. Our futures really, we're down good, but not that bad. I'm saying to myself, man, this is weird. It's not down that much. And then even at 3 in the morning, I went to sleep, woke back up at 3 in the morning. They really weren't down that much.
That's just you peek your eyes open, grab the phone, right? I've been there, yeah.
No, exactly. And I had the computer up too. And
Not even the phone.
No, both.
Right next to you.
So I was saying this is weird, and what was really weird, Kevin, which I brought up today, is that our bond market, even the 10-year this morning, I'm saying to myself, man, that 10-year should be up a lot more than 3 ticks, man. So. It's
and what the first time, just so you know, the first thing we talked about this morning when we came in was, look how VIX isn't really following this market yet. VIX closed at 20 last night.
Yeah.
That's not showing a lot of volatility in this market. They're not showing a lot of fear.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just look at that VIX, he just pulled up the VIX chart, and you wouldn't know by looking at the VIX what's been happening.
No.
Basically, if you didn't know what was going on in the markets and you just looked at the VIX, you would not know the kind of volatility we've had.
No, you wouldn't.
Sure.
The VIX is it's that now folks, for all you bulls and bears out there, that's good and bad. If you're a bull, that to me that would be bad. If you're a bear, on a longer term basis, I'm expecting a good bounce out of here, but there should be more fear in this market because
you don't think we're done yet. Right?
Exactly.
Oh, no, I think we're going to get a nice bounce, and we're going.
Right. I'm saying longer than.
Oh, no. I think we're taking out the August 24th low. You know what I mean? But what it does happen is that this gets so deviant. People say, "Oh, it bounced again. We're okay." They feel safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which
you want to believe that too. It's human nature to say,
"Oh, sure."
Things are gonna be okay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, guys, we got payrolls tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So remember, we had a good ADP number on Wednesday, pretty strong ADP number.
We did.
So it wouldn't surprise me if people consolidated into the end of the day today and kept their powder dry going into that number tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, if this number comes out strong, we could have an air pocket in this market.
Sure.
The real question is this. We understand what's going on in the foreign markets. Everyone gets that and the risk that it puts in our markets. But doesn't it seem like the lows are early in the morning, right, as we kind of digest the foreign market move, and then we kind of remain stable the whole night. It almost like it gaps down and then it stays there.
Sure.
We're not doing too much more damage. So the question is, are we leading this market or holding on, or are we just the summer school valedictorian? We're just the best of the worst.
Yeah, kind of like the dollar. And I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I think it's going to be like a slow bleed myself. But the cool thing here, folks, is that, I know we got investors out there, but most of us, the audience is mostly traders, really, is that there's huge opportunities all over the place. Because the spreads are so big.
When I was texting you at like 5, sometime after 5, 5:30 would it be? The Dow was down like 430, I think. And that was like the low end, but it was accelerating almost at that point. And that's why I was texting you, because I was, it could have been at 600 in a split second.
The NQs were down 145, I think.
Right. No, right.
And
exactly.
now they're down 96.
Yeah.
No, it was awesome,
there is potential. You're talking 250 Dow points just from. Yeah.
And listen, folks, if you want to understand strategies, upside down, you're an option trader, swim lessons every trading day right here at noon. Kevin Hinks, you're awesome, brother. Look forward to hearing you at noon.
Have a great day, guys.
Have a great
Thanks,
day, man.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down 200, Nasdaq's off 92, S&Ps are down 30. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And as Kevin was just letting us know that China did get rid of the triggers that they had.
The circuit breakers.
The circuit breakers, thank you. It doesn't say in this what they're actually going to do yet. Now, our circuit breakers go 7%, 13%, and 20%. And in one day, though.
And China just had 5 and 7.
Yeah,
and that's
then they closed.
And part of what this talked about is that it's tighter than most markets around the world, which can almost exacerbate things because it spreads a little bit of fear.
Right.
As you know, you're about to get locked out from the possibility of exiting.
Right.
So maybe you wouldn't have sold, but guess what? You're going to sell if you can't sell in an hour.
Right.
Which makes sense. It does. Yeah, but I'm not sure. So what's the? Do they just stop them and see where we end up at the end of the day? I don't know if that's going to be. I mean, that might be what they put out, right? But the rules can change tomorrow too, so keep that in mind.
Tonight.
Right.
And you know what you do have is what you also have is that now the China market has gone south, but what's also happened is that the central bank has weakened the yuan. Okay. So you have two different things happening.
Yes.
Is that wealth creation is getting destroyed in the yuan and the market simultaneously. So that's
on a worldwide scale, right?
Yeah, on a worldwide scale.
Totally.
You know, if you're spending the money in China, that's not going to affect you with the yuan.
I was just going to say that's why all these Chinese billionaires are buying $250 million apartments in New York just to never live in and store that value. Right?
Big time. Huge.
Right.
Oh,
this illustrates where
they've made a fortune.
Right.
They've made an absolute fortune.
And you can say they've made a fortune by not losing a penny. I think is what you're
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Right. You know, there's no.
And they have made a fortune if they sell it and turn it back into yuan at this point.
If it was New York.
If you sell it for cash and turn it back into yuan right now, you did make a killing in terms of your buying power in China.
Yeah.
But anybody on that stage is working on a world stage regardless.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, look at the guy that the Russian that bought. He owns the Nets, and now he's bought.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I should know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
The expectation, or the expectation of people say, why'd you pay so much money? And now it looks like the best deal in the world because the ruble, I think that's the Russian ruble, right?
Yes,
that got destroyed in value.
It's the same thing. It's locking in an asset versus, I mean, you see those things where you see in whatever country, and it's happened a few times recently, where their currencies are just plummeting.
Right.
And people are literally going out to just buy TVs.
Exactly.
Because if you buy a TV, guess what? That's not going to zero. But if you hold that cash, it's going to zero.
Right.
So you're buying anything you can, and that, buying the Nets, that's the same exact thing, just on a much bigger scale.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's only so many professional basketball teams.
And that's a good deal.
Huge.
That is.
Now, let's go over to the bond market. This is going to be wild, folks. I'm a bear in the bond market. And this is phenomenal because I haven't been bearish the bond market in like so long. It's blowing my mind. And this is why. The bonds should have, there's a couple different things end up happening. We almost have got to the highs also. So the high in the 10-year right now is 129.18. Here, let me bring up the 30 so I can show you what's going on here. So I'm going to bring a continuous contract up of the 30 going back to 1980. And you can just see how powerful this has been. I mean, it's just amazing, actually. Actually, that's 1990. I'll bring it to 1930, see if I can get it that far. I'll bring it to 86. The reason I'm doing that, so you can just see it's a monthly. So the high in bonds is 166.27. That high was established April of this year. Then we came back up in August of this year, and we got to 163.01. Now I'm going to bring this down as to where we are now. And what you do have, so I got a 6-month up here right now. And on a 6-month, the high was generated at 163. That was the high August 24th.
That was the big August event, just to tie it in.
It was.
Yeah.
And
which
so,
makes sense. It's so much
huge.
The spikes.
Huge.
Yeah.
And now what I'm looking at, it's like, why can't you take that out? Not even just take it out. Like today, you can see this 30-year, folks, was at 156.25. Now we're at 155.16. That's a large move for a market that was down so dramatically. So that sets up that, okay, I suspect you're going to go after the low of 152, and we'll see from there. Now, that's the technical setup. We know what the fundamental setup. The fundamental setup, even when it was going back up again, the fundamental setup is the Fed said, hey, we're going up.
Yes.
So it's like,
now
wow.
They did, and I haven't read the minutes, but I saw a couple quick reports that they came out. They were all unanimous on the hike, but they did say that data is going to guide them going forward. So that's interesting that they weren't staunchly were aggressively going to proceed. It was the data is going to depict, and I'm just surmising from what I've read, but that seemed to be. And one of them, Andy Hecht, let's give him a nice plug, came out with his technical commodity report this morning. Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Brand new issue, 17 pages. Nice. Sign up for a nice free trial of his technical commodity report. And of course, he ends our day today at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. right after you.
He does.
He does.
And it's when we were just talking about the we talked about the Fed minutes.
Yes.
Because yesterday, folks, when the Fed minutes come out, it was really cool. And if you haven't test drove Tigers, then go do it, folks. Because Dave White was in there, and he was so funny. He was saying, "Oh yeah, they said we're going to go up in the rates, but we really didn't mean to." Because when you do read those minutes, that
I'll have to read them. I didn't read them.
That is kind of like we went up, but we're worrying just a little. But they got it in unanimous vote.
That's what I got from what I read. And it was just a few comments. Same thing. Andy Hecht was saying, that they're going to let data guide them, which basically means, and we'll see what happens, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right. Yeah. So I like, let's go to silver. Silver has finally caught a bid, but let's see what kind of a bid we got. Not enough yet. Oh, man. Okay, so we get 14 cents, but you can see it hasn't even got over last Thursday's high. It's a start. We got to start. It's got inside the $14. It definitely needs more juice, though. Yeah, look at that, man. Gold definitely caught a bid.
Yes.
The gold contract, and what it looks like in gold right now, the way it's trading, we get 146,000 contracts. That is monster contracts. Okay. So it looks like I suspect what you had here is that maybe people buy this break over it, or maybe people are short and they have to close. Yep. That is yesterday.
No, climbing over that level just since the very beginning of November.
Yeah.
Just intuitively, kind of visually, you can see that it's above where it's been trading for a long time. So that should mean something, and just be aware of it at least, right?
Yeah. There's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
If we take a look at the XAU, the HUI. XAU out here is trading. XAU is juice. There's no juice there. Let me see what the volume was yesterday. It's up 46 cents, but it needs more than that. Okay, this is subtle. I like when this happens. Okay, so you went up. You did 30 million shares. Your last swing from last Thursday did 30 million. The swing we're going after has 16, but that 16 was Christmas Eve. So bottom line, the volume's not bad.
Yeah.
But it could use more.
Sure.
The Gold Bugs Index, this could be good. Let's see what Gold Bugs is doing. So, I can't use the 24th. You're going into the 17 million. Oh, look at that, same thing. 17 million versus 17. So, both the XAU and the HUI do need a bit more juice. Market doesn't. This is market, man. This is going to blow some minds here. Tom O'Brien, we want to hear from you folks. 877-927-6648. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
It's true. Life is all about choices. At Everbank, they're making it easy for you to make a smart one with this special cash offer. Open a new Yield Pledge money market account with funds from another financial institution, or deposit new funds into an existing Yield Pledge money market account, and you could earn up to a $500 cash reward. And if you're opening a new account, you'll also get their new higher 6-month bonus interest rate, along with their Yield Pledge promise that ensures your yield will always be in the top 5% of competitive accounts at banks nationwide. Open a new account or add to one. It's your choice. To qualify, you must meet balance and other limited time offer requirements. Go to everbank.com/TFNN for details and deposit options, or speak with one of their banking specialists at 1-855-750-4051 for more information. You must act by December 31st, 2015 to be eligible. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 176. You get the NASDAQ off 75. S&Ps are down 26. Let's go to Tom in Plymouth. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Tom. Tommy.
Good morning, Tom.
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
You guys too?
We are.
We're doing good,
Thank
man.
you. What are we gonna look at?
The USLV.
USLV. Let's take a look. So I believe this is the 3 times silver long. Velocity shares 3 times silver long ETN, exchange traded note. So you trade at 10.48. Now, do you own this? You looking to buy it? What are we doing?
Oh, I've been playing around with this for a while now.
Okay. You know, silver needs a bid. Now, it got inside $14, which is a start. You know, this actually has more of a bid than silver does, which is pretty impressive, actually. You know, yeah, can it get up to $11? Yeah, I expect it will. What you'd like to see, if I just bring you over to the silver market for a second, the actual future, is that, you know, you're at $14.13, and, you know, I don't think it's going to catch, you know, over 14.20 today, Tom. You know, I think you can stay where you are, but if you don't catch a bid like, you know, tomorrow, I'd be careful with this thing, man. It seems...
Just to look at, I was noticing just from that one chart, Tom, we're just looking at gold, and I was saying it's cool how gold had at least jumped over that complete consolidation area coming off like the beginning of November, and looking at silver, it's just right in the middle of that consolidation area. So when I look at those two, that just like you're saying, I would just be aware that for some reason, gold is definitely stronger right now, and silver hasn't made it above those levels. So there's something, you know,
Well, maybe it's time to switch over then. I'll just
hey, silver could be catching up too. I'm just presenting what, you know, silver could need to catch up to that too. I'm not, you know, but it is to be aware of that it's within that. So maybe just watch as it goes up to that, because that silver should run into some opposition at the higher levels there, whereas gold is above those levels already. So
and what does happen, you know, the silver market itself is much more volatile than gold. Now, that being said, it hasn't caught a bid. It doesn't mean it won't, but when it catches a bid, because you like trading at USLV, it catches a big bid. You know what I mean? So
it has moved 20 cents in like the last hour,
which is huge. No, you might get that bid today.
Right? Yeah.
That's what's so cool. Do you know what I mean? You actually might, which is pretty cool. Because what does happen, if in fact the metals keep the bid, because this market, folks, wants to get positive, which is going to be a mind blower. Okay,
it's just slowly. We're at 165 now.
It's going to grind. It's going to grind these babies.
160. I mean, it's literally 5 points every 5 minutes almost.
Yeah. It's by the time we get off, the market could be flat. Right, which is really so cool. And that being said, if in fact the market goes flat, and gold and silver still catch the bid and stay the bid, that's going to be powerful, man. That's going to be really powerful. That means that there's big bread going into gold and silver, Cooking, brother.
All right, gentlemen, if you get a chance, maybe take a look at the TNA for me.
Oh, yeah, we can do it right. Stay right there. Tell me what one?
TNA.
TNA. Okay. So, TNA.
2-week low.
Small cap bull. Yeah, hey, listen, man.
Three times. Just
three, yeah.
So,
okay, so direction 3 times, bull.
Small cap bull.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, for trades, I'd be bullish right now.
Couple of days.
Exactly. What you're looking for, what I'm looking for right now is this. So watch, it got the benchmarks. It came down to the benchmarks. It looks like we're going to have lighter volume. Then what what I'm going to be looking for, that this is the B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. You're coming into the jobs number. That I suspect the jobs number is going to be good, just like Kevin Hinks had said. The ADP number was good yesterday. That means the jobs number is going to be good. You get a nice bounce going, and then just sell the heck out of it, maybe tomorrow night, maybe Monday morning.
Whenever you want.
Well,
I'm just joking on that last one. I can give you the level. I totally agree with you. I totally agree.
The level I'd be selling the heck out of this if we look at the SPY would be somewhere up at about 203.87. Right now, 196.95. So. Cooking, brother.
Very good, gentlemen. See you later.
Take care, Tom. Have a good one.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to give you a little bit of information that's helped me on the Nadex spreads.
Yes.
What I've been doing, I have Ninja, and what I've been doing is drawing the spreads on the charts.
Okay.
And that's really helped me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think anything visual as you go through it.
Right.
And I know I have to move them constantly, but by moving them constantly, I'm always abreast of what's going on with the market. So
nice.
That's a great tip, man. It is, because we talk about that just intuitively, commonsensically. So often you look at something just visually, understanding something, you can see support, you can see resistance. I think it's very simple.
Exactly.
There's so many numbers you're dealing with when you're dealing, especially with the spreads, where it's the upper level, the lower level, where your premium is. Seeing it on a chart is simple.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Cool, man.
Well, that and the deviation levels, it just makes a lot of sense to me. So
cool.
I was just wanting to share that.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Too.
So often, it's just like common sense. It is. And of course, it's numbers, it's risk reward, it's experience,
right.
It's it's everything. It's your emotions.
No, it is.
But being able to see that, because guess what? Just like I said there, I just look at the silver chart and it's like, hey, it's still stuck in that consolidation. It's like you look at gold. Oh, it's popped up above that consolidation. In the same way, if you're looking at a box of a spread, you can see this is my upper end for my max profit. This is my lower end for the max profit.
Right.
Same way, swim lessons at noon, right? Their analyzer tab. What do I say? So easy with options. Very similar when you're talking about, the Nadex market. It's a defined risk, binary options, where you really want to understand your max loss.
You do.
Your max gain.
You do. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex product, you come over to our website. You can bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into it. Tom, Daryl, myself, we do a great show on Monday at 10 to 11, Friday 10 to 11, all about the Nadex product. If we bring this up now, and what happens with the Nadex product, folks, okay, I couldn't wait till 8 o'clock this morning. So
yeah, I know what you're going to, because I was just going to mention it.
If we go
it's trading overnight, right? Is there? Yeah.
Well, if we go over and look at it, you're going to see I put spreads on this morning at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Because what happens, though, when the market moves that much, it will get whacked out, meaning there was nothing to trade last night. Well, because I trade the NQs, the NQs I didn't want to buy the dailies weren't for me.
That's quite a chart, huh?
It's quite a chart. But right at 8 o'clock, there were plenty of trades out there that would define trades, if you felt the market was going up, which I felt the market was going up.
Now, here's what's really funny. I mean, the first chart we looked at, right?
Yeah.
Is just from basically this morning.
Right.
And you go, I think we even had it a little bit tighter, where it just appears like, oh man, look at that. It's got them all back.
Right.
It's got them all back. Except you're only looking at the past 8 hours.
Exactly.
And then you just creep back like a few days, and it's just like a blip almost.
Oh, isn't it? Exactly.
It's not even close to the upper level of any trend line you draw.
No, no.
So
it's not.
Yeah.
It's a bounce.
Yeah.
It's a bounce, and that's it.
And so what do you have here? You have a 43.15 to 43.45. So we got a 30-point spread.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like it's so funny.
You got into it slightly below the middle, so same thing. 43.28 you got it.
That's right. And so it's so funny when Mike was just calling. That's the one Mike grabbed yesterday.
Okay.
And so what happened too, folks? When we come back, right back, we'll talk about it. Tom O'Brien, you stay right there. We'll come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow down 145 right now. Nasdaq's off 67. S&Ps are down 23. And if you, we were just talking with Mike from Dallas, and yesterday Mike had a spread, I had a spread. We had two different ones, but what was really cool is that intraday what happened, folks, and this is where the time value, when you want to get used to these, come into play. The pullback that we had get at about 3. was pretty extensive yesterday. And the spread that Mike had was a great spread to trade on that pullback because you had the defined risk going and you had time. The time was at 4 o'clock. So it was only a half hour left.
I'm just having trouble following you with numbers and spreads. And that's cool. I'm sure you're right. I don't even remember what spread he had, so I don't understand why his spread would be better than yours. And that's all. I'm just to follow along with what you're saying.
It had to do with there was more money in it. What ends up happening with the spreads is this: depending where the bottom of the box is versus the top of the box. When we came into the close, the NQs moved that much again. And when I say that much, let me just pull it up for you. Let me just pull it up.
So much easier with exact numbers.
So if we pull this up.
I just know if I'm having a little trouble, I'm sure there's people out there.
So what you have here, so here was, okay, here was
so what's that low?
3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, here.
You're
So
at
what?
About 4,400 there.
What should happen? Yeah. So we got up to the. Well, if we start the day out, you start the day out at 43.93. You had the spread. Well, no, the market went up to 44.60. So it's a monster move, right? Now this is what's so cool. Then what ended up happening is that you came down fast, furious, and you got into 44.02.
And that's about 3 o'clock, the low of that move.
Right. Now watch what that was doing. Remember when we had said earlier that what had happened is that it had also come back into what it was doing right there is that when we gapped higher in the morning at 9:30, you know, that gap there, we had 20,000 contracts. You came back into that with 6,000. And to me, that's, you know, that's what I look for all the time. And so that was the coming into the close from 3. That was 3 o'clock. So from 3 to 4, you went from 44.02, and you got up to 44.50. So it was a 48-point deal. Which so if you were onto those spreads, what you're going to see is that there were a few really sweet spreads. It was the bottom of the box, and you were only paying a couple points because the premium was gone out of them, which is really cool. Let's go to Steve in Nashville. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hey, Tom and Tommy, how are you guys?
Hey, Steve.
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Good. It's Dunkin' Donuts, Steve.
I know that voice, man. It's a beautiful thing. Totally.
Hey, guys, I'm looking at FCX. I actually have a 10-year monthly. I look at it quarterly as well. It's back to the late 08. It's below the late 08 low on less than volume than that time period. Is that indicative of anything at this point, you think?
It's quite a chart, huh?
Yeah, this thing can get into, you're at 579. It can go to, if you go back to, 02, that low is 420.
Okay, yeah, I did go back that far, yeah.
And it's a problem, what's going on here, it's a problem, period. And there's a couple different things that are happening here, it didn't hold price. What this should have done, folks, is this, so not that anything should have happened, but the last low out here was 608. Not holding 608 is a problem. And of course, fundamentally what's going on with this equity is that they bought an oil company at the highs. And so
I see.
That's what's going on. It's not the gold and it's not the copper in here. Well, the copper too. If we look at copper's a problem too. HGH. Copper this morning is getting whacked. It's running after its low. Yeah, see, copper's running after its lows too.
If it's not a problem, it's not that great no matter what they have right now, right?
Totally,
that's the problem. It's
totally.
Yeah, just generally speaking. I'm sorry.
Right.
Well, and this is what they also have. They have, in 2020, they have their largest mine is in Indonesia. In 2020, the rights to that mine are up. So they're negotiating with the Indonesian government right now for an extension of those rights, which is pretty heavy.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen there.
You don't. Now the CEO, okay, so the CEO in Indonesia, now watch how this goes, because this is totally clear. The CEO in Indonesia that is negotiating was in charge of like their CIA, our CIA in Indonesia. So
their CEO.
Freeport McMoran, their CEO in Indonesia.
So
that's in charge of this
just
mine.
Indonesia.
Just Indonesia. That's in charge of this mine.
So,
is the person that's doing negotiation with the government, and this guy is the guy that was in charge of their CIA forever.
That reminds me of the Uber getting Obama's big guy, right?
Yeah.
When you have big political problems, you bring in big political players to be on your team.
And he has been. So it's always been a quasi government. It's definitely been a public company forever, but they made all their money because they got this mine that's a very valuable mine in a country that is a closed country, basically. You know, it's a military dictatorship. You know, so
yeah. You look at its heyday back. It had 2 times it hit above 60 there.
Oh yeah, listen, man.
When you look at it,
if they were only into the gold and copper, and they didn't probably they bought a very large oil company when oil was 100. If they didn't do that, they wouldn't be at $6. You know, you know, because the copper would probably still hurt them. The gold wouldn't, because they get gold out of the ground so inexpensively. But you know, you add that oil on top of it, man. Oh my God, that's heavy business.
Oil's intense right now.
It's oil. Yeah, no doubt.
As usual, great explanation. Thank you both.
Thanks, Steve.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too.
We should ask them if it's cold up there or what's going on in the Northeast.
Thankfully, we have the internet. We can always figure that out. You're bundled up enough as is in Florida.
Pull up the weather.
It's 60 degrees down here right now, and I'm right with you, man. I'm right with you.
It's beautiful out.
We only get to wear sweatshirts for a month or 2 a year.
Come on down and visit us. I know, and we love wearing sweatshirts, and I love wearing boots. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So look at this market, man. This is impressive.
135 now. We're creeping.
So the Dow Industrials. Look at this. So the low of the Dow today. 16,588, and you're at 16,771, which is, you know, that's not bad. Let me just see if is it the high of the.
But just so what's going on there is that the futures were down further than that overnight.
Yes.
So you're not getting the full
dramatically. Yeah. Right. So the high of the second is 16,472. We never made it to so that's kind of impressive too.
We probably made it to that level on the futures.
We did. If I pull up, watch. If I pull up the S&P futures, we did. Yeah, because that's what I was watching all morning long.
Okay.
And we actually got below it.
Yeah. That's a much bigger tail on that.
There you go. There's the second. So the 1935 went to 1931. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And so what you're looking at there, folks, this is what the cause building in markets are. We've already come down 3. This is the 6-day down. That takes a huge amount of energy just to do that. And when you're coming into a monster volume day, it's very hard. It's like running a marathon, and all of a sudden you're at the end, you're tired, and you got these big brutes that want to stop you.
Or you just got a big hill, right? Heartbreak Hill. How about that?
Heartbreak Hill in Newton,
There's your perfect analogy.
Right at Basil's house.
There you go.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien, and this market wants to go, folks. By the time Basil comes on, it very well could be possible. Of course, man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming on next. Then we got Swim Lessons, 12 noon. Steve Rhodes, 1 o'clock. Dave White at 2. I'll be back at 3. Andy Hecht at 5.
You got it, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
We got plenty of programming for an action-packed day.
Oh, it's there's no doubt, man.
I don't think it's going to be a boring day. That's for sure.
There's no doubt. And bonds, there goes bonds. You know, you get the 30-year is down 21 ticks right now. The 10 is off 5. Keep your eye on that on the metals. You know, we have gold up $10, silver's up 11 cents. Now, if, in fact, the metal market can hold the bid with our markets going positive, that's going to be a big deal because it's been going counterintuitive, you know. So we'll see where that does shake out. But if we go over to the S&Ps, from the highs to the lows out here, you talk about some juice. This is pretty impressive. So the low today is 1931, and we're at 1968.
Yep.
That's a lot of points, man.
It's almost a 2% rise.
Wow.
Just to put it in, I mean, markets were down 3%
right
at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we can get a 2% pop.
Look at this.
We can get a 2% pop and still be down 1%. I mean, it's just crazy.
Right. And the Dow's only off 0.6% right now. Right. NASDAQ's down 9.
Yep.
The S&P's,
NASDAQ and S&P are down about 1.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what you'll have here, this is where the phenomena comes in too, folks. It's pretty cool, is that unfortunately people do sell into markets that are down. And, you know, I suspect what you're going to see as we come into this close, they're going to have to buy in so they're not shot going into the close.
Yeah.
You know, so that takes a few cycles to go through to understand kind of that phenomena, but it's an important one. John Logan brought up a great one about the specialist today.
Yeah, I was listening.
That was really a great piece of information, folks.
Yes.
That was a fabulous piece of information. You see, because what happens at the specialist too is that the specialist already knows so many players that want to buy at a certain price.
Sure.
And they're waiting for a certain price. So he says, oh, okay, I lost last night because I bought in, so I got to gap it below that. So I know that a couple institutions want to buy at this price. I just got to get it below that price, average
and then
in,
they'll buy it.
And I'm either bailed out or exactly, which is, that's where there's, you know, that's trading, but that's trading knowing where the orders are also, which is a different ballgame.
For sure.
Totally different ballgame.
It's information. It's all information. And information is valuable. No matter what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Seriously.
There's no doubt. Our man, Mr. Dave White, too, he's going to be doing a subscriber webinar.
Yeah, so we have that up on the front page. He's going to be talking about short volume and going through the short interest in stocks. And
great time to do that, too.
Man, great time to do almost anything in terms of volatility, trading, being in the market. But yeah, it's an hour-long workshop he's going to be doing for his subscribers. We have it up on the front page. That is 2 weeks from yesterday, January 20th. You just got to subscribe to either of his newsletters. So if you're a subscriber to his Tech Insider, his weekly newsletter, or his Path of Least Resistance, his daily trading newsletter, both sets of subscribers will gain entry to it. So if you've never gotten a trial before, you can sign up for either one. If you've only gotten one of his letters, maybe give the other one a try, and you get into that class. And I've already seen kind of what he's been putting together, and it's cool information. And
awesome.
it speaks to exactly what you're talking about. It's information, same deal. You're seeing what's shaping the bids and the asks and the supply and demand.
Totally.
Yeah.
And folks, if you happen to be listening in your car, or just listening in general, the update that I do every morning, we put that on Facebook, right?
Yes, definitely.
So you can come over to Facebook, like us on Facebook. That's TFNN.
And of course, we got. I was already sharing Nico's programs up there already. John Logan's programs up there already.
Nice.
Your update's going to be up there soon. It takes about a half hour from the time that we save it, we process it, we get it up there. But a lot of good stuff. Check out our Facebook page for sure. And we'll be doing giveaways on there as well. Books, stuff like that as well. Definitely.
Awesome. You stay right there, folks. And man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next. Dow down 118, NASDAQ down 51, S&Ps are off 13. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.